I've noticed that most founders don't actually need a full-time CTO. What they actually need is a fractional CTO, which can come in very quickly, make the right decisions, and then just make sure that their startup, their build is on track. What's cool about a fractional CTO is that you get the architecture and planning for basically a fraction of the cost you'd normally pay a CTO, or without having to give up any equity. And that's going to be able to go through your idea and just really give you a blueprint for the product, the features, the user journeys, the different tech stack, APIs you're going to use, can kind of figure out a timeline. Should be within a month or so, a month and a half, and then be able to budget it out. And then with that, you have some clarity before you're actually spending any money. Okay, the other thing that a fractional CTO can do, which is very cool, is they can get everything outlined and help you manage the actual build. So you can figure out the scope and then the milestones, keep everybody on track in weekly sprints, keep everything on budget, make sure there's absolutely no scope creep. I think a fractional CTO is very good at that, because I do think that some CTOs also just build to build. So having somebody who's more of a hired gun that comes in, like me, and checks on the project and keeps everything on track and everybody on schedule is very good, but also gives you so much more clarity. Okay, the other cool thing is with a fractional CTO, what you're going to be able to do also is once you launch, they're going to help you figure out the marketing. So moving into the other phase. So able to kind of same role, but wear different hats, and then be able to shift to that marketing phase, giving you feedback really quickly. This includes, you're launching all the little iterations, all the fixes, but doing it very strategically, going for all the low-hanging fruit. And then really, which I absolutely do love, is the marketing part, and making sure that the marketing and the site is fully integrated, and doing that very quickly, very simply, and it's extremely cost effective. Again, without having to get a full-time CTO that's going to be six figures for you. So if you're looking for technical support, like a top tier, without having to pay top shelf pricing, give equity on your project, and make sure everybody on your team stays a little bit focused, having somebody come in, a fractional CTO, is a better strategy as a startup in the beginning, especially if you're a relatively inexperienced founder, and especially if you're a inexperienced non-technical founder. If you're interested, comment CTO, or better yet, DM me with your info, your email, because sometimes it gets a little tricky trying to get info and continuing the conversation. But yeah, I would love to know what idea you're working on, what startup, if you're about to launch, maybe you're not about to launch, maybe you already launched. Plugging in somebody like me to help you get things on track, give you some clarity. I would love to do that. It's one of my favorite parts of the job.